Yesterday, the former Prime Minister and the ODM leader Raila Odinga endorsed Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja for the gubernatorial seat as the ODM candidate come the year 2027. Remember, we have all been having this conversation on who should be the governor of Nairobi come the year 2027. It was rumored that the ODM might front Babu Owino as their candidate. If it was not to be Babu Owino, then they would front Tim Wanyonyi as their candidate. But of all the things how Raila has failed in his political career, this is the greatest fail that he has achieved. Fronting Governor Johnson Sakaja, who the people in the crowd think he is dead politically. Raila Odinga sees something in Sakaja. Why? Because Sakaja has been funding Raila Odinga's office with the money of Nairobi County. This is not news to us. We have been knowing this for a while right now. But I tell you, money cannot buy everybody. Because the son to Raila Amolo Odinga, Raila Jr., has differed with his father, Raila Amolo Odinga, in this statement. Now, diverging into this tale and this story on what is currently going on around the politics of Nairobi County. Now, Raila Odinga Jr. has spoken out after his father, Raila Odinga, publicly endorsed Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja for re-election in the coming 2027 general election. In a message shared on his X account, Raila Jr. assured Embakasi East Member of Parliament Babu Owino of his support despite the unexpected endorsement of his opponent Sakaja. During a meeting at Bomas of Kenya, Raila Odinga was seen alongside Sakaja, where he made it clear that he trusts the governor to run Nairobi if he wins the African Union Commission chairperson position. This statement was widely seen as an endorsement, sending a strong signal about Raila's preferred candidate for the city's leadership. Babu Owino, who has been actively engaging with Nairobi residents to push his gubernatorial bid, now faces a political dilemma. Raila's backing of Sakaja, who was elected under President William Ruto's UDA party, has left many wondering about Sakaja's next move. Speculation is growing on whether he will remain in UDA or shift allegiance to ODM ahead of the 2027 election. Despite the situation, Raila Jr. showed his support for Babu Owino, indicating that not everyone in the Odinga family is behind Sakaja's endorsement. His message sparked discussions about division within ODM and what it means for Nairobi's political future. And he says, enyewe, His Excellency Babu Owino, bro, relax, niko na wewe. Feel free to share your thoughts. Now, allow me to get back into the story. Babu Owino has been a key instrumental figure in the ODM party. But the ODM party went to bed with the Kenya Kwanza government through the broad bed-based government agreement that they had. And from that time, Babu Owino has never been associated with ODM publicly. He has denied his allegiance to this party. You know, the ODM party has some minions with the mentality of people like Akina Daniel Toriti Arap Moi, still instilled in them that people like Sakaja, because they are in government, they can still remain to be in power. But one thing you will realize around Nairobi right now, Sakaja has been the greatest failure in the history of governors of Nairobi County. And people are saying we shall never again elect somebody with because of their looks, kwa sababu wako na dimples, an incomplete hemoglobin. Are we together? Babu Owino, if you do a thorough checkup of the deliverance of members of parliament in this country, Babu Owino, Gathoni wa Mushomba, and Ndindi Nyoro are always at the top of the list. They do what is supposed to be done in their constituencies to make sure that they serve the people of their constituencies to their level best. Babu Owino has transformed Embakasi East into the face of what Nairobi should be. Same to Wanyonyi, Tim Wanyonyi. Tim Wanyonyi forgo his ambitions, the Westlands Member of Parliament, forgo his ambitions to run for the gubernatorial seat because Raila Odinga in 2022 was blinded by the money that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta offered for them to support who? Polycarp Igathe. They supported Polycarp Igathe, but Polycarp Igathe failed miserably against Sakaja. Now, but Raila Odinga has a failed, I love Baba, but when he makes some silly decisions, we have to address them how they are. Baba has failed in selecting the replacement for the Nairobi governor. Nairobi is the city that means it's the face of Kenya. It's the capital city of Kenya, which means it's the face of Kenya. But Baba thinks this incompetent governor, Johnson Sakaja, can go ahead and remain to hold that position. That is why his own son thinks that Raila Odinga has failed in deciding what is right for this country. Because the money that Raila Odinga has been offered by the Nairobi County governor and the government of UDA and Kenya Kwanza is a lot. Because they're offering him this money so that he can campaign for his AU chairmanship bid to make sure he wins, that he doesn't lose and come back here in the country to go against the government as the opposition, because they know they have done nothing for this country and they might face the greatest opposition that they have ever faced or they have ever dreamed of when Raila Odinga returns to the political arena of this republic. But the people of Kenya are praying. Leave about the prayers you held in Bomas of Kenya yesterday that Raila Odinga wins the AU seat. Woe unto you. Should I tell you blatantly clear that Raila Odinga will fail miserably and he will be back here? That is when our tables will turn. Leave about the fact that Raila Odinga Jr. realizes that dad is wrong. I have to back Babu Owino. Babu Owino deserves everything good to him. Leave about even Babu Owino. We have Senator Edwin Sifuna, the senator of Nairobi County. Sifuna has been so openly opposing the government, and yet he is the SG of ODM party. Now tell me how Sifuna will continue serving as the senator of Nairobi County while he has been so openly criticizing Sakaja and calling his incompetence out. Yet his party leader Raila Odinga decides, you when ni mtoto mdogo sana Sifuna, you are my SG, but I have to back this man because analeta mkutu, analeta pesa kwa hii nini chama. A lot of people think that Raila Odinga has lost his way, and so do we. But if one element in his family and in his circle feels that it's right for Babu Owino to be the next Nairobi governor, then who are we to oppose that? You know, people, incompetent people like Professor Makao Mutwa, people like Oragutun. Have you ever seen that Congo forest gorilla mountain? Oragutun, Robert Alai, thinks that now they can convince Raila Odinga and convince the people of Nairobi to choose and to elect Sakaja again. When you people joke too much. What haven't we seen in Nairobi for the last 2.5 years? Nairobi has failed to the core. Better the time that it was under General. Better the time for Mike Sonko. So kicking out the hawkers in the streets of Nairobi, that is what development is for Nairobi County, and you can now clap for Governor Sakaja. Tuachange kubebwa malenge na hawa watu. I lay my case. Subscribe. Babu kwa sababu. Babu tosha. Babu kwa sababu. That is what we are saying. Babu kwa sababu. It's a campaign we are beginning today on 11th of February 2022, I mean 2025 to 2027 during the election. Babu kwa sababu. Babu Governor 2027 Nairobi. It's not a paid campaign. But hatuwezi endelea kukaa na hiyo incompetence inaitwa Sakaja. No.